All right, yo, vibes. So we're back, man. Food from scratch. I have a very special guest, man. The introduction itself, like, I don't know if I should like gas it or if I should just get straight to the point. I mean, to me, it's like an OG. Like, really gave me so much free game. A bomb ass instructor, crazy DJ, super technical if you want to go there. Yeah, I'ma just bring him on, man.
I know that ain't who I think it is.
Give a round of applause for DJ Metrognome, man. What's up, man? What's up, man?
Happy to be here.
Yeah,
Glad you're back.
Hey, I'm back, man, and it feels good to be back home for sure. So, before we get started, I definitely want the people to know who you are, but can we just tell them what we're eating on this show today?
So, so we went to one of my favorite spots right here in Broadway, a spot called India Garden. Just fire Indian food. So we got a few things. Some basmati rice. I have the tarka dal. I'm vegetarian. He just learned that, so we might talk about that a little bit. Got the chicken tikka masala for my man over here. Some samosas. We're real international with it.
Yeah, we eating good. And disclaimer: I'm about to be eating like extremely careful because this man just got a car wash before. So you know, I don't. Hey,
this is actually a setup, bro. Like I'm gonna be wearing this food here in a minute. This is on camera.
Yeah, man. I can't wait to get into the interview. But yeah, I mean, now that you said that, since we on the subject, since we get started and once we eat, can you explain why you're a vegetarian and why you deserved, I guess, wanted to go that route?
So, long time ago, actually, I'm pretty sure before this man was born, I became interested in like animal rights activism and stuff like that. So, in probably like 1993, like 7th, 8th grade, I started getting involved in animal rights and just stuff like that. And here I am 27 years later, still vegetarian. So it's just something I believe in. I don't push it on people. I did at one point in time. I apologize to everybody back in like 8th grade for writing like "meat is murder" on your notebook or something. But no. It's all good now. Yeah.
That's funny. I mean, I respect it. I'm gonna go ahead and get into these questions, man, so we can get a little background on DJ Metrognome. So, if you don't mind, I always like to ask the DJs, man, why did you choose Metrognome for your name?
We were at this party, and my buddy, another guy named Adam, was DJing. I'm just standing there watching him. I'm just like interested in what I'm seeing and hearing. Mm-hmm. And this girl comes up to me just because I'm next to the decks. She says, "Oh, you DJ?" And before I could say no, my buddy Josh said, "Yeah, he DJs." So of course at this point I'm stuck, right? So I just kind of like roll with it as a joke. And she's like, "What's your DJ name?" And again, I'm sitting here like, oh, hell, I don't know. And no, it wasn't Metrognome. My man, because I always had a goatee, I always had facial hair in high school. Okay. He said Goat Face.
What?
DJ Goat Face, and I was like, wow, this is a terrible name, but I'm just gonna roll with it. Fast forward a few more years later, I actually started DJing probably about 3 years after that, and I was making a mix. I think I went by Goat Face for like 3 months. I was making this really terrible mix, and I was using Cool Edit Pro. Anybody knows that program back in the day. Shout out to Peter Quitsgard, you know what I'm talking about. But I was using Cool Edit Pro, making this mix, and there was a little metronome ticker in the program, but it was spelled the traditional way, like a metronome, like if you're playing piano or something like that. My other buddy, Big O, is like 6'7". He's tall. He always has short jokes for me. So I was like, oh, if I put a G in there, Metronome, kind of, city gnome, metronome keeps the beat. DJ is supposed to keep the beat. So I just, it was just a play on words, really. But yeah.
That's fire, though. That's because a lot of people, I feel like they just think that we pull our name out of a hat or something. Like, right. And it's really it's crazy. Like, majority of the stories are always like a crazy ass backstory behind how we really got our name. So
yeah.
I never knew that, so I told y'all I learned something new on Food from Scratch every time. So that's fire. What separates an average DJ from a great DJ?
For me, a great DJ is a balanced DJ. You can do a little bit of everything really well, but there's still, truth be told, there's guys that are really technical and they're amazing cutters, but they can't really rock a party. There's people that are amazing on the mic, but they can't cut and drop in a record to save their life. You know what I'm saying? So for me, it's just like finding those really well-rounded DJs, like DJ Melody from the Beat Junkies, like top notch best in the world, you know, kind of shit. Scratch Bastard, he's another one. Like, he can do everything.
This
you know
is
what I
his
mean?
long lost brother, guys.
Yeah. Shout out to Bastard. It's my guy up in Toronto wearing the Toronto hat. I'm just a Scratch Bastard knockoff. But yeah, I mean, cats like that really, you know, even cats like DJ Premier, he can produce and he can rock a party and he can cut, you know, cats like that. So for me, I look at the ones that are really, really well-rounded.
To know those type of names, I'm not trying to date you or anything, but
right.
I mean, just be honest. Like, how long have you been spinning? And can you speak to like the digital transition?
So I've been playing now for about 20 years.
Damn.
I'm sorry.
I started in college. I really just wanted to learn how to scratch. So I started pre-Serato, so it was all vinyl.
Okay.
Like we carried crates to the club. You know, you had to, every record you want, you have to buy a copy of, and if it's a hit record, that 12-inch, the record with the single on it is probably, you know, $6, $7, $8. Now, if you want to be able to mix from the instrumental into the record, you got to buy two. So now for that one song, you're spending $15, $16, $18 just to play that one record at night. To actually have to go out and find every single record, to actually want to carry crates to a party and really develop the skills, DJing was harder, 100% harder. We went over that in class, like having you play on wax as well, but it was just more difficult. So you had to like really be passionate about it if you wanted to be good. But I was also playing a lot with Limelight. At this point, we came up, you know, playing together quite a bit and had some successful parties together. And Limelight, he was an early adopter of it, which was cool. So I got to see it work. I just didn't make the transition right away.
That's fire. I never really ever got to ask anybody. I feel like from that era of DJing in terms of what it was like for them, because I know that's an adjustment. All right, Food from Scratch, man. We back. We're gonna get into a fun segment. You know, Metrognome, you ready?
Ready.
All right, it's kind of like a this or that. All right. So, CDJs or turntables?
Turntables. All day. All day.
Why so fast? You gotta explain that a little bit.
There's nothing like the feeling of a deck, of a turntable.
Yeah.
You know, CDJs are great in certain environments, but nah, turntable all day.
Beat juggling or cutting?
Cutting.
Yeah, you get pretty busy.
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, cutting, I think it's a little bit more versatile. And I also think people, even if the average person, if they hear both, I think they don't understand beat juggling the same way that they understand. Okay. If you're scratching, they may not know what you're doing, but they understand that you're scratching, right? Whereas beat juggling is like, what are you doing to that song?
MC or rock alone?
Depends on the environment, but I you know, shout out to my man Jay Moore. He, you know, comes to a lot of stuff with us and has been for a long time. I like rocking with the MC.
All right, so this one is kind of fast. You got 5 seconds. Favorite era of music?
By like decade? What?
Yeah, favorite. Yeah.
Favorite era. 90s. It's my, you know, it's when I grew up. It hit me in the emotional part of my youth.
Okay. Favorite record to get busy to?
Oh man. Group Home Superstar.
Off the top of my head, I have no idea what that is, so I'm gonna figure that out when I'm home. Food from Scratch, baby. We're back. Don't pay attention to the background, man. We had to relocate. Camera started acting up a little bit, but we back on the faves, all right? So, favorite scratch.
Ooh, favorite scratch.
5 seconds, don't forget.
Chirp.
Oh, easy, mine too. Don't play with it. I'm getting better at it.
It's versatile. It's versatile.
It is. Favorite hip hop rap group.
Oh man, favorite rap group. Man, it's, yo, you're killing me.
And I know that's 5 seconds. That's the only one he missed.
And probably
De
De La Soul.
This one I ain't gonna say. I ain't gonna give you 5 seconds. I just want you to keep it real. Favorite gig memory.
Probably the first time I got to play with Jazzy Jeff. That was one of them for sure.
Sheesh.
That was, I just, you know, shout out to my man Helicon. He put me on that. It was during the Super Bowl. I've been really, really, really fortunate. Like I'm very thankful for the experiences I've had. I've had a number of amazing experiences. So but I think that one just kind of, you know, this is like DJ Idol, you know what I mean? Just getting to actually like share the same decks as this cat was crazy.
Man, this is finish the sentence, man. So I'm gonna say the sentence and take your time. Be honest with us. But I'm gonna start the sentence and you just let me know how you finish it, all right? Okay. Before Serato, I rocked out on
a Gemini turntable setup.
We also like to keep it real on here. So when I first started DJing, I struggled most with
blending. I couldn't mix to save my life.
Really?
Couldn't. Remember that trash mix I told you earlier?
Oh yeah, you told me.
Offbeat, all over the place.
I just love it because you can keep it real on here. Because like I said, man, if you heard this man now, he can mix the hell out of some shit. Blend is nasty. If not behind the booth, you can catch me
in a coffee shop.
Okay.
Not some weed shit. I love coffee.
You learn something new every day on Food from Scratch, man. That's dope. I didn't know that though. That's dope. If you could headline with any other DJ of your choice, who would it be?
You know, I mean, just because I haven't played with him yet, but I really respect him, and we have tried to get him to Indy, but it's gonna happen at some point. I would have to say my fellow Ginger brethren, Scratch Bastard. I think that would be a fun show.
Yeah, that'll be fire. My final question, man, before we get off of Food from Scratch is, I feel like, you know, there wouldn't be hip hop without the DJ. So, 100%. In all honesty, that's just how I feel. So with that being said, and speaking of what you said earlier, you said it. You said Mount Rushmore. So give me your Mount Rushmore of DJs. In your opinion. Give me a Mount Rushmore and an honorable mention.
Forward an honorable mention?
Yeah, for sure.
So if I try to, when I think about that, what my first thing is not just like who are great DJs, but like who does different things within DJing. I mentioned him earlier. I think Melody is probably one of the most well-rounded in all fashions of DJing. Jazzy Jeff, of course. I think he really kind of put, you know, he put on for the culture in a lot of ways. He also is one of the most well-rounded because he can produce, and he can produce all styles of music. I think the Grandmaster Flash has to be on there because of the information he pulled from being, you know, near those experiences in New York back in the 70s and like what he did with it. So I think it's got to be Flash. I think D Styles is one of the most insane cutters ever and has been really influential, but on a bit of a lower level, like a lower profile. And this is just a personal honorable mention. Again, not on anybody's Mount Rushmore. I just love this dude. I think he's insane. DJ Coco out of Japan. If you guys haven't seen this dude, he is an alien. He pretty much only plays on 45s, so real vinyl, but on the small boys, and he's insane.
It was your opinion, so I mean, you, like I said, so you said D Styles,
Jazzy Jeff, Melody, and this again, I want to reference that I'm just thinking of like my personal favorites in ways, like my personal Mount Rushmore. But and then the fourth one was
what'd you say?
Oh, Grandmaster Flash.
Yeah, for sure, because he started it basically. But nah, it's fire, man. Metrognome, I definitely appreciate you, man.
Oh yeah.
It's not every day I can kick it with the OG, man. Eat some new Indian food, man.
That's right.
The vibes was good. Got to learn he's a vegetarian. Didn't know that either, man. So like I said, man, you learn something new every day on Food from Scratch.
Just a reminder. Hashtag you can't download practice. That's what we say at Decademics.
Hashtag you can't download practice.
But now, before you go, man, can you just let them know where they can find you? Because I heard, you know, Coaches is about to open back up.
Yeah.
And also, just find you in terms of social media and stuff.
Yeah. So DJ Metrognome, DJ Metrognome, like garden gnome. So that pretty much all the socials. And then Decademics as well is the DJ school that I own. And we have tons of great DJs and instructors through there as well. It's DECKADEMICS, like academics, but deck for a turntable. So decademics.com. We have a store as well. We sell equipment, we sell gear, we teach classes. We're starting to do online classes as well if you guys need those. teach music production, the whole nine. So, and of course we're still doing events as well, trying to put these younger cats out here on. So that's also a lot of fun. So
we heard it here first, man. I got a mouthful of food, man, but it's food from scratch. Thank you so much, Metrognome, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, no doubt.
See y'all next week.
Cool.